We're coming to you direct from Hush Nightclub in Victoria, BC. We're sitting down with none other than Chicago house legend, Paul Anthony. What's going on, Paul?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Thanks for coming out.
For sure.
Now, you're quite the figure in the Chicago electro and sort of house scene. How long have you been involved in DJing and production?
As far as DJing, I started spinning when I was 12 years old, 1989, so been doing it for quite some time. As far as producing, I started around 2002, 2003.
Nice. Been in it for quite a while.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up listening to the guys who started house music. So when I was 5, 6 years old, it was on the radio. Frankie Knuckles, Farley, Jack Master Funk, all the originators. So it's definitely inspirational to see the guys who started everything.
For sure. And over that course of that career, how has your music changed or evolved? Has it really changed much, or has it stayed true to the roots? Or
I mean, as far as like the style of playing, I mean, I play like a very Chicago style, in and out, quick, doing live edits, you know, to the same songs. As far as changing, I just change with time, you know, I mean, whatever the crowd's feeling, I go with it, and then I produce the same way, you know, like, I started producing disco house, because that's what I was feeling at the time. I do a little touch of it now, a little bit of electro, a little bit of everything, so it just depends on what the crowd's into, what I'm into, so I try to veer mostly into electro, but I go all over the place, so. I start with the meat of the track. Like I start with the absolute most complicated part of the track when I'm making it. And what I try to imagine when I'm doing it is close my eyes, pretend I'm in front of a dance floor, 1,000, 2,000 people. What do they want to hear next? So I try to envision that, and I try to take that out of my head and put it into the production. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you take what you feel, you've seen from your different shows, and intertwine that with the music that you feel inside, and it's good formula.
It comes right out.
It's good formula, yeah.
And your various collaborations with other artists have received a lot of praise. How does working with another artist affect your creative process?
It's a lot of fun because there's a lot of different artists who take different approaches. So here I'm teaching somebody something and they're teaching me something right back. So it's kind of cool. It helps your work ethics way later in your career. Like you start off doing your thing certain ways and you realize, wow, this guy's doing something way different and there's a shortcut to it. Really? Like I spent 10 hours doing this, you show me how to do it in an hour. Vice versa. I show him some things that I do and back and forth. So it's definitely a lot of fun. You learn a lot working with different people. So. As far as actual traveling, it's amazing. It's amazing. As far as going to clubs where people don't speak your language, you're playing music and you're interacting with people without saying anything to them. They understand what you're doing. And that's amazing. You can't even put that into words. You know, it's very, very humbling. I guess you could say when you go to a country that's clear across the world like Japan, and they know your music. It just blows me away still to this day. No matter how many times, I've been there 6 times now, and every time I go back, it still blows me away every time. So definitely fun. You get to see a lot of cool things. I've always been a history buff in school, so like being able to see different things, like seeing Mount Fuji at like 3 in the afternoon on the bullet train to Tokyo, like that blows me away. You know, like
amazing.
Things I read when I was a kid, I'm actually experiencing for the first time in my life now. So it's kind of cool.
Where's it evolving?
I feel it's getting more and more mainstream every day, which is great for all of us. I mean, a lot of people fear that, but to me, it's one of those things where, like, it's been so, especially in America, so overshadowed by pop music and hip hop culture. It's great to see Akon working with David Guetta, or Will.i.am wanting to be a house DJ, or whatever the case is. You know, just seeing these mainstream people taking what we've done that's been underground and trying to mess with it a little bit. And to me, that's amazing because that just takes what we do and shows it to people who would never look at it. You know, it's just, you may turn 3 people into heads now, you know what I'm saying? Versus people would always like shut it off as like this drug music or whatever. Now it's opening everyone up to it, and I think that's amazing. I just hope it keeps getting bigger.
Do you have any advice for aspiring producers, DJs, artists? Like, what do you do to get to where you are?
I mean, my biggest thing is a book that I read. It's called Think and Grow Rich. I read this book probably 30 times. I'll never stop reading it. It's similar to The Secret, but not quite. The actual moral of the story is don't ever quit. Don't give up. If you don't succeed, take a new approach. Never quit. You'll never make it. You'll never see things if you quit. That's the easiest way to never make it. So, you know what I'm saying? If you don't quit, eventually you're going to go somewhere, you're going to spread your music somewhere because there's so many people listening to music. So To me, that's one of the most amazing things about it. So if you quit, you'll never make it. But if you don't quit, you have a chance of seeing the whole world.